Okay, now we got a cool groove called Songo, S-O-N-G-O, Songo. It's a groove that comes along in the late 60s and is part of like modern, what revolutionized a lot of the drumming in popular Cuban music and salsa, et cetera, et cetera. There was more electronics brought into the band. There was a lot of influence from music from the United States. Also is when the drum set began to appear more in our music, in our bands. And as you know, maybe you have heard of a fantastic drummer who's still killing the drums, you know, just plays amazing, Changuito, Jose Luis Quintana. And he was the member, the timbale player of a group called Los Van Van, a very famous Cuban group that's still around. They're like basically maybe like the Beatles of Cuban music in the last since the late 60s. And there were different bands. There was Los Van Van, Ritmo Oriental. There was a conga player named Claro. And some of these new players that came along and started revolutionizing and changing the way of playing things. And the drum set sort of comes in. The timbale player starts adding kick drums and things like that. So I want to get to explain to you how to play some percussion in this groove. The first thing that happens in Songo is if you go back to the other chapters like salsa, cha-cha-cha, son montuno, the main groove, it comes from this drum, the tumbao. And the other sort of like jumps comes from the bongos. It's a combination of that, right? Well, these guys all of a sudden started putting that tumbao, which is basically the 4-and, on the tumba. So now, not anymore, they're playing, now they're going. Of course, things the in-between things are gonna change around, but the boom, boom, the most important hit, the 4-and, switches to the low drum. So the first form of Songo that comes along is played like this. Remember, it's a 2-3 rumba clave pattern. So it has to be in 2-3. So what I'll count it off for you so you get the very first, when Songo got started, what the conga player did. He went from playing, remember, and he changed it up to this. So now you have this whole new little nuances that happen here. This is why it's so important, those early lessons that we have in my classes, to get this heel-toe thing and be real comfortable with it. And you'll see later this left, left, right, left thing, because all this in-between thing is going to be in between all these new places of putting the open tones. In this case, you have this ti-di-ku-ku-tum. This is something you've never done before. They're close laps, and it's slap, heel, toe, slap, lap. And one more. Slap, heel, toe, slap, slap, heel, toe, slap. Practice this. Pa, pa, pa. Pa, 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 pa. The whole groove. 1, 2. We also experience it for the first time. This is just beginning. That was going to lead us to some later on lessons where we're going to be soloing and sounding correctly. It's the first time that we actually have an open tone on the end of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and that hit. If you go to the bongo, 1, 2, 3, 4, that happens from the bongo parts on the other martillo thing. So let's stay here on the songo. I'm just telling you little things so you can remember and get the right accent on this work. I'll play the whole pattern again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the very first pattern. But of course, you know, this is all music, and we can all have our own flavor, our own, you know, way of playing things. There's not wrong as long as you're in clave. You know, it's just like getting dressed. You know, you may like a green guayabera, or you may want to wear a white shirt or a green shirt. It's all up to you. It's still a shirt. So these guys that are in these new bands that come along start changing up just so they sound like themselves. Again, there's not too many more rules anymore of this tumbao and all this stuff. So you got guys that went, there was a band called Orquesta Riverside, and the conga player, unfortunately, I don't know the name of who it was, changed up the songo and started playing. Remember, the tune is here always. So he started playing a little bit of a different spin on the groove. Rhythms are super cool, you know. And as a matter of fact, I actually used this particular groove when I was on tour with Madonna on one of her songs. So, you know, you can always, this is the point of this, of all this stuff. You're learning how to play these drums, and then you can incorporate it in all kinds of music and have your own expression. So let me break this one down again. 1, 2, 3, 4. You notice it's a little bit like more like tumbao, except you're going there. Now I want to get into a third pattern. It's all songo. It's all in there in the soup. Now, there was this conga player named Claro who played with the band called Ritmo Oriental. And he even got a little funkier and a little more free. Still, that boom boom is on the tumba. And he would play this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Three, four, 1. You know, it's a lot funkier and a lot syncopated. He's playing that and a 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2. And the second. So it's a 2-bar phrase. Okay, I have a songo track, like kind of the vibe of the original way, one of the first things of Van Van style of songo. So I'm gonna play for you in 3 different takes. All the 3 styles that I played for you, so you can hear how it goes.